Good morning, students. We started yesterday the chapter sequencing series, and first exercise was a very formal exercise. One can do it very easily. Now we will go on our main topic. The main topic is arithmetic progression, and as I'm sure that you already heard this particular, already have studied this particular in class 10th. That is the sequence or the progression which maintains some proper gap. 2 4 6 8 10 so on, 3 5 7 9 it the set of some numbers which maintain proper gap either in decreasing order or in increasing order. It is called the AP. And in AP, what you know about, let first term is A and difference is D, common difference is D. The AP is normally given by A comma A plus D comma A plus 2D comma A plus 3D. This is symbolic pattern of the AP, where this is first term, this is second term, this is third term, and so on. If you will go on Tn, it will be A plus n minus 1 into D. It is nothing new. You already have known this thing. You already have studied this in class 10th. So Tn is called general term or nth term. And this is a very important thing, important formula. With this formula, you can find any term of AP, or you can find whatever the term instantly you are told to find out. This is very simple. If you want to find the fifth term of AP, you put here T5. If you want to find the eighth term of AP, you put here T8, and so on. And this is very basic formula. And with this formula, we can now deal some question in the book. So look at, I tell you one thing, that if you want to find fifth term, you will write the formula A plus n minus 1 into D. One should assure that T5 equal to A plus 4D. So make a trick in your mind that when fifth term is asked, it is 4 being there, one less coefficient of D, it will be here. Suppose you are told to find 8th term, you can reply directly, it's a plus 7D. And if you are told to find pth term, so don't worry about that, it is a symbol. As you know Tn, it is Tp also same, A plus P minus 1 into D. If you are told to Tq, qth term, A plus Q minus 1 into D. So I am not telling you any special thing. These are very fundamental thing which you know already. Now let me take some question of the book. This is, I'm telling you, example number 4. I want to speak something that probably all question you have studied in class 10 of the current exercise 9.2. So it's a revision also, and I think you can make it easily. Question says, in an AP, if mth term is n and nth term is m, find the pth term. So first of all, we start with let first term of AP is A and difference is D. Two things we always have to assume: first term and common difference. Then after, we will read the sentence that mth term is n. So we will write Tm, which is meaning mth term. So m term meaning A plus m minus 1 into D, and mth term is given n. This is equation number 1. And similarly, nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D, which is given m. What I am writing, student, that is given that mth term is n and nth term is m. Now student, we are having two equations. Similar question we did in class 10. That time I think it was a simple numerical number. This time it's symbolic. Okay. So 1 and 2, I'll deal with 1 and 2. I'll take 1 into A plus m minus 1 into D equal to n. A plus n minus 1 into D equal to m. I'll solve them. These two cancel. Take out D common. M minus 1 minus n minus 1. D is a common, equal to n minus m. So m minus 1 minus n plus 1, d is equal to n minus m. So it's a m minus n, 1 and 1 cancel, equal to n minus m. So one can understand that d is equal to n minus 1 upon m minus n, which is minus 1. So student, at this you have got very simple thing, d is equal to, you got minus 1, put d is equal to in any equation like by 1, choosing 1, a plus m minus 1 into d is equal to, it's a n. So put d equal to minus 1 here, like that. It is equal to n, a plus and minus minus, m minus 1 equal to n. So a minus m plus 1 equal to n. So a equal to m plus n minus 1. This you got, you have transferred these two terms their side. You got a, you got a d. This is d. So both you have got. Now what you are told to find? You are told to find the pth term of the AP. So pth term will be called a plus p minus 1 into d. So pa is equal to m plus n minus 1, p minus 1, and what is your d? Minus 1. So solve, lastly you get answer. This 2 will be minus p plus 1. So lastly I would speak 1 will cancel, and the rest m plus n minus p is a pth term of the required AP. So this is, very simple thing. This basic thing you already know, because it is nothing new for student. So let me run this, and I will move on to the next example. Look at the example. Example number 6th I want to do. The sum of 6 is important. It is looking important. The sum of n terms of two arithmetic progression are. It is talking about sum. So I think this sum of n terms of AP, that concept you know it. For any AP, sum is given n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, or Sn equal to n by 2 a plus l. So these two, l meaning last term, these two formula normally used. This is a famous one. This is sum of n term, and you already know because it was in class 10th. Now you are in 11th class. So this is Sn equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 to d is a sum of n term. So we are going to use the same formula in upcoming question. Our question is example number 6. And what question says? The sum of n terms of 2 AP are in ratio 3n plus 8 is to 7n plus 15. Find the ratio of their 12th term. Question is very good, but as I remember that this was also in class 10th. It is talking about two different AP. So I'll move, let first term and difference of first AP are A1 and D1, and first term and common difference of second AP are A2 and D2. That's very important thing, that first term and common difference I assumed for 2 AP because it is given 2 AP. And what the thing is given again? We are given the ratio of their n term, meaning Tn first AP, try to understand, and Tn second AP, we are given that 3n plus 8 upon 7n plus 15. The sum of n terms, I'm sorry, it's not nth term, it is the sum of n terms. Sum of n terms of 2 AP are in ratio this one, meaning the ratio of the sum of n terms of 2 APs, this first AP and this second AP, and the ratio of their sum is this one. And what to find out? What to find out, that I want to state here especially that we want to find the ratio of that 12th term. What does it mean? We want to find the ratio of that 12th term. We want to find the ratio of the 12th term, meaning T12 first AP. We want to find this, and T12 second AP. We want to find this. Before starting the question, I want to pull your attention on your requirement. That you want to find the 12th term of first AP, you want to find 12th term of second AP, then you want ratio. So what is the 12th term? Look at the 12th term of first AP is A1 plus 11 D1. You know T meaning to a term, and first term A1 D1 is difference, and I taught you the formula also, A plus N minus 1 into D. This is A1 plus 11 D1. It is A2 plus 11 D2. So you need this answer anyhow. Because the ratio of 12 term first AP, this is T12 first AP upon T12 second AP, you need this one. So how we can get this answer, I'm telling you. Look at this is the given sum of n term, you know the formula, n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into D, and n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into D. This is the equation. Now A1 D1 for first AP, A2 D2 is the second AP, and this is a formula of sum of n term. Now these two will cancel by each other. What remaining we have? 2a1 n minus 1 d1 upon 2a2 n minus 1 d2, 3n plus 8 upon 7n plus 15. In the side, I actually have written my requirement because this will help you to find the answer. Okay, what you will do next? You have reached till here. It was given, use the formula, cancelled. Now, I'll take 2 common. Look at, I'll take 2 common from the numerator side. A1 plus n minus 1 upon 2 d1 upon 2 common, it is A2 plus n minus 1 upon 2 d2 is equal to 3n plus 8 upon 7n plus 15, and these two will cancel. Now let me secure this place. I don't want to touch that, and I just want to take the help of this one. Let me speak frankly that you want the ratio of that 12th term. You need to create this term here. So let me speak frankly that A1 you have got A1 plus you need here 11. You need here 11 D1. So at the place of n minus 1 upon 2 you need 11. You have to choose some value of n. So I simply tell you that how we can choose such value of n which it will give you 11. Because at this moment you want 11 here, A1 plus 11 D1, A2 plus 11 D2, which gonna be 12 term of first AP and second AP. So how we can get 11? So we have to choose some such value of n which gives us actually 11 by solving n minus 1 by 2. So we can't predict quickly. So I tell you only take n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 11. Because we know already 11 in rough section we have seen. So this n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 11. So this 22 and 1 23, n equal to 23 it is. N equal to 23 it is. So put n equal to 23 in equation 1 by 1 student. Put n equal to 23, A1 plus 23 minus 1 upon 2 D1 upon A2 plus 23 minus 1 upon 2 D2 is equal to 3 into, look at the important thing that also put n equal to 23 plus 8 upon 23, 7 into 23 plus 15. And students A1 plus this is none else but it's gonna be 11, and this is again 11, and you just multiply. This is gonna be 69 and 877. These two will be 165, 161 plus 15. This is gonna be 176. And you have now I think got the answer. You can cancel by 11. 11 7s are 11. This 7 by 16. And what is A1 plus 11 D1? Is a 12th term of first AP. You know, you already have written here, look at. And this is 12th term of second AP. So this is 7 by 16. You have got the answer. I think it is a very simple method seen already in class 10. So it's gonna be so easy. It's an important one. Look at now next. telling you some more question from the book. Now we will move on some other thing. Now we'll study the new topic, arithmetic mean. We will study arithmetic mean. It is nothing hard. I tell you one thing. When 2, 4 and 6, one can simply understand that 2, 4, 6 is AP. AP. So the middle term, this is called arithmetic mean of 2 and 6. 2 and 6. So at the place of this, if I say A, at the place of 6 if I write B, and suppose it is capital A, and suppose I say they are in AP. Capital A and B are in AP. Now one can understand that capital A is none else but it is arithmetic mean. So how we can find capital A? That is simple. You know it is AP. And what is the property of AP? That second term minus first term is always equal to third term minus second term, because it is a simple property of AP. So second term is A, first term is small a, third term is a small b, and this is capital A. So transfer to capital A plus A is equal to, transfer to A their side, it's gonna be A plus B. This is 2A plus equal to A plus B, and A equal to A plus B by 2. You have got the formula of arithmetic mean whenever only one term lies between two terms, and you will find out the arithmetic mean. That is simple, A plus B by 2, A plus B by 2. So this is a simple law. I don't want to tell you much and more about that. It's very easy. So what is the next? What is the next? That's beautiful. That concept is coming, and currently I want to tell you this is called arithmetic mean terms. That is very important. Terms. This is arithmetic mean only. This is arithmetic mean terms. So what is the difference between these two? Arithmetic mean meaning you are finding only one value between two values which are in AP actually. This time if I talk about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now can you see this is AP? Yes. Between 2 and 12, if I rub this and if I talk to you that find 4 arithmetic mean between 2 and 12. Now you should understand that 2 and 12 is actually the parts of the AP, some missing between them, and these missing terms called arithmetic mean terms. This all should be in AP. This all should be in AP, and 4 terms are missing. These 4 called 4 arithmetic mean terms. So 2, then that is 6, then 4, 6, 8, and 10. So these 4, 6, 8, 10 called arithmetic mean terms between 2 and 12. 2 and 12. So okay, if I ask you how many mean terms between 2 and 12, so one will reply, sir, 4. No, it is wrong. Actually, this number can be varied according to situation, according to the said question. Like if I say you that after 2, I'm writing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. What do you think? This is again AP now. So between 2 and 12 we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 arithmetic mean terms have been created. Now that is important what to set. That 4 arithmetic mean you want to insert, okay, 4 can be. 9 you can. Suppose after 2 is coming 2.5, 3, 3.5 and so on. So number of mean terms will be exceed. So you know that arithmetic mean terms depend on what? That depend on D. That was it D. Last time I took 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That depend on the D. Gap was 2. So 2 came, after 2 it came 4. Then after 4 it came 6 and so on. You know, if D is a 1, then after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 till 12 it will be coming. So that time D is 1. And right now 2, after 2 is a 2.5, 3, 3.5. That time D is a 0.5. You know, so that depends on D. So I just want to speak now. That don't worry about that. Any number of mean terms can be found out. it will be stated in a question that how many mean you want to insert between two number. Okay, let me see something. Let A and B are two numbers, and between them we have a n mean terms. Try to understand. Try to understand that we have a and B two terms, and between them n mean terms, and all are forming AP. All are forming AP. Now we want to find that n mean terms, and I recently taught you that depends on D. So I will find D. Look at this is first term. This is last term. And number of terms are, I think you know it. Sometimes student quickly say it is n. Sorry. N are only mean terms between A and B. So if you count all the terms, this is first term, this is second term, these are two terms. And between them we have n terms. So whole terms are n plus 2. Try to understand. Between them we have n mean terms, and first and last overall n plus 2 terms are there. So okay. What I am focusing? I am focusing to find D. Recently I taught you. We will use a formula. L equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. I'll use a formula because it is the L meaning last term formula. Last term and Tn are same. So okay, L equal to it's B equal to first term is A. Instead of, sorry, I want to replace with capital N showing number of terms. Small n, it's not good to write because small n is coming in other sense, n was the number of mean terms. So I am speaking that capital N is the number of terms, and capital N, this number of terms is n plus 2 minus 1 into D. So B minus A equal to n plus 1 into D, and student now keep remember D equal to B minus A upon n plus 1. This is now very simple formula you have got. So what will be coming? Now in question you would have given A and B, and you will be told some particular mean terms. So that mean terms will be called n. You have a and B. You please avoid all this procedure. Directly skip on D. D is equal to B minus A upon n plus 1. Use there. Find your D, and as you will have a D, you can find the mean terms. What is this? Is look at this is first term A. After A, it will be A plus D. This is first mean term. So first mean term is given by A1. Okay, let me rub this. And first mean term after A, look at this is first term, student. This is first term. After it will be first mean term, and first mean term is given by A1. And this is A plus D, because after A what will be coming? A plus D. So D you already have found, A is given, so A plus D can be found out. So what is the second mean term? Second mean term is A2, this is A plus 2D. Third mean term is A3, A plus 3D. Fourth mean term is A plus 4D. What you are getting, student? That in the case of mean term, if you are told to find the first mean term, the coefficient of D is 1. In case of can you see second mean term, the coefficient of D is 2. Third mean term, coefficient of D is 3. So which you want to find the mean term, the coefficient of D will be same. So please keep remember, in case of mean terms, the coefficient of D is same as this one. But in case of only term, you know it is A plus 4D. This is simple term of AP, but this is mean term. So in case of mean term, keep remember the formula. Okay. If I ask you that mth mean term, so what you will write? Mth mean term A plus MD, because these two are always same. But if I say you mth term, you will say A plus M minus 1 into D, because in case of term it gets one less. Okay. So this is the thing which I wanted to share with you. Now I just want to put one question so that the concept will be easy to you. It's example number 8 from my side. Insert 6 number between 3 and 24. We have to insert 6 numbers between 3 and 24 such that the resulting sequence is AP. Its whole meaning is that Your 3 is a first term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 24. This is the situation that you want to find the 6 mean terms between 3 and 24. So I'll use A equal to 3. I'll use B equal to 24. First and last, and I'll go directly D. So D is B minus A upon N plus 1. Recently I derived it. B minus A upon N plus 1. And find your P. B is at 24 minus 3 upon N plus 1. N meaning number of mean terms. Number of mean terms was 6. Try to understand. Sometimes students write 8. This and 6. Please don't do this. Because in case of this procedure, this particular type of question, N is stated as, N is given as what? Number of mean terms. N is stored as number of mean terms, which is 6 mean terms. So N equal to 6, put here 6 plus 1, 21 upon 7, 3. You have got D equal to 3. Now, how many mean terms you want to find out? 6. So first mean term is A1. Second mean term is A2 and so on. So first mean term is A1 meaning A plus D. So what is A? 3. And what is a D? 3. So your answer is 6. First mean term got. Second mean term A plus 2D. 3 plus 2 into 3. It's a 9 and go on. Now you are expert in that. A1 is 6, A2 is 9, A3 will be 12. You know, till A6 you will find out. So it is examples from my side. Now you can start the exercise. I will tell you some good question of the exercise, but it is your prior duty to do the exercise from your side. Thank you.